Hello Yu-Gi-Oh and TCG enthusiasts, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh testing. Well, last week we played Unchained. I had no idea what I was doing, but we also played probably one of the worst matchups for Unchained, the Birds. I still find it hilarious that the week before we played Unchained, a couple weeks before that, we played Birds and played Unchained, and then we played Unchained and played Birds. Talk about the ironic nature. Anyways, I have a new deck for you, a classic deck, a deck that I played quite a lot, and it was actually one of my first real decks when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh. So let's check out the deck. So how many of you people remember psy-frame? I bet some people in my local scene still remember this deck. While this deck isn't at full power because old Gamma did go down to 1, this deck is still a lot of fun. It literally is the idea of hand trap deck. So the whole nature is that each psy-frame monster has its own unique way of stopping some card from, well, this just triggers if your opponent decides to normal summon a monster, if your opponent decides to battle, if your opponent decides to activate a spell card, opponent activates a trap, and we all know what Gamma does. Gamma is on monster effects. But it really was a deck. Not a great deck, probably a jank deck, but it was annoying. Now your opponent does know how to play around it, it's just don't activate anything. That's literally the easiest way to win in this game is don't activate a thing. So anyways, let's do the card by card. We have 3 card D. We don't really do anything, so drawing is very, very nice. Triple alpha, this is when our opponent summons a monster, we can summon this and a driver. And then we get to add any psy-frame card to our hand. Triple beta is it just stops the battle phase altogether and destroys the monster that battled. Yes, it does destroy. Yeah, destroy the attacking monster, then we immediately end the battle phase. Delta negates spell cards. Epsilon negates trap cards. Gamma negates effects. Then we have double vanilla driver and a single multi-threader. Multi-threader does act as driver as well. Then we have the triple field spell. And you're wondering, of course, these typically, how would you do anything with this deck? Well, you utilize the field spell. The field spell allows you immediately, after you have special summoned out after you resolve the psy-frame monster, immediately synchro summon. So it's very, very nice. Then we have one terraforming triple psychic field zone. This basically allows you to send one psychic type tuner, one psychic type monster from your advantage zone to your graveyard, special summon one psychic type tuner to the field. We have 3 psychic path to basically allow us to pay 800 life points and then target 2 removed from play psychic type monsters and add them to our hand. We have triple pada duality. Again, we're not special summoning on our turns, so there's nothing to worry about. Triple psy-frame overload. This allows you to banish 1 psy-frame monster from your hand or face up on the field and then target 1 card on the field and banish it. And during either player's turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 psy-frame card from your deck to your hand. We got triple metaverse because we really want to see this field spell, and triple infinite impermanence because hand trap. For the extra, we have double psy-frame Lord Lambda. Now the psy-frames as well as state you can hone a monster on the field. Lambda actually lets you ignore that effect, so as long as Lambda is on the field, you can actually physically ignore it. So going first or even going second, setting up a Lambda and then having all of your psy-frame guys in your hand is not too bad. Then we have the 1 Omega, back in the day where you could play triple Omega in this deck. Triple Zeta, 1 Overmind Archfiend, probably never going to make it. Then you have 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon because we can pop our opponent's field spell to get our field spell. Then we have 1 Agnister Pegasus. We have Thought Ruler Archfiend, we got a Scarlight, we have a Biels, we have a Draco, we have a Stardust Dragon. I was really trying to scrape to figure out what to put in my extra deck because I can't play triple Omega anymore. And then I have 1 FA Dawn Dragster because, again, the gates are nice. In the side, we have triple Ash, triple Nibiru, a single Epsilon, double Lightning Storm, 1 Change of Heart, 1 Harpy's Fat Duster, 1 Mind Control because, again, Lambda doesn't care if she has a restriction, you just can't summon her with tokens. So you could take both your opponent's monsters and then immediately be out. Now, one thing you could probably do in here is put Minette to stop your stop the plays of Unchained. Feel free to do that. And then triple Royal Decree because Labyrinth is still out there. So that is the deck. Let's jump into a game and see how well we do. Alright, here we are. So psy-frames kind of want to go first and kind of want to go second, kind of mattering how you feel. We're going to try to go first here because we want to set up the field spell. You know what? I'll take the Ash for the field spell. Ash for the field spell. I'll take the terraforming for the field spell. My opponent's like, what's that? It's card. It's called Circuit. Wonder how many people even know what this deck actually is a physical archetype. Now, card D does immediately end the turn. All right, that's not too bad. We can make it Omega, and we can grab any little guy we need, depending on what our opponent is playing, and basically summon a Zeta as well. Now, Zeta only triggers on special summon. Why? You can rip a card out with Omega, but Zeta's not too bad either. Mind you, we won't be able to trigger much while, you know, Zeta's on the field. It would have been nice to draw him in a Delta just so we could protect our field spell from, you know, destruction. I did think about putting in Field Barrier in this deck to protect the circuit, so in essence we don't have to worry about it. Okay, we are playing the Exo Sisters. Alright. Well, we can easily go Gamma to get it. Trigger card effect, especially when he goes on the Martha. He's gonna grab the trap. It's kind of annoying. I don't exactly want him to have a trap, but we will trigger Gamma on the Martha. Summon the driver. Summon the Gamma. We'll activate. I mean, yeah, he gets response here. I don't know what. Oh, he's gonna book a moon, so I don't have a tuner. He's playing Dinomorphia in his Exo Sister deck. Alright. Mind you, now we have a Gamma on the board we can't really do much with. So I guess we'll flip the Gamma over and crash it into 𝐒𝐎𝐏 just came out. Now the big Rex is out. Alright, well, battle phase. And it's got Rex's effect. Okay, battle phase. I would rather take... No. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, but that does delete it. I'm trying to think what the heck I'm even doing, but, you know, sometimes I don't even know. I should have punched that. Removed it. Alright. Well, apparently I'm not smart. Go figure. In phase. Mind you, we're not dead yet. We still have plenty more psy-frames to trigger. We'll negate that. That was a good worth the time to pay half your life points for that. His trap card is definitely the Exo Sister trap card. No, I don't care. Because I can immediately go to the battle. When he swings the big Rex in, I go beta, beta. Yeah. Chain my field spell. We're gonna summon out a Zeta. Because we can attempt to remove any special summon monsters as well. 𝐒𝐎𝐏, huh? Well, if he goes for the attack, then I would trigger Zeta to spin it. Mind you, both these people do trigger to set a Dynamorphia card. Mind you, I'm going to, mind you, he needs to put that in defense, otherwise 2,500 to 1,500 is 1,000 points, which does end you in one shot. And you don't have the trap card that negates battle damage. You know, unless you overlay. Yeah. Oh, I can only banish. So we'll banish both of those. He's gonna get a Martha here. When he goes Martha, I just trigger Alpha again. Yep. Trigger Alpha. I don't think these guys are all hard ones. We're going to add to our hands. Man, this is really, I really wish I had, yeah, let's go the Overload. Then he gets response action on his turn. I will then chain in response. I will make Dondraxter only negates. Yeah, spell trap card effects. So summon Zeta again. Oh, and face up attack position. Funny enough, Zeta cannot banish two face down defense people. That's hilarious. Zeta can only banish on face-up attack. Alright, time for that Exo Sister. Trigger effect yet again. Alright, sir. My guys are not hard once per turns. Well, he did just banish my last driver. So that's fun. Enter the graveyard. Yeah, let's grab the field spell again. What I really need is a Psychic Field Zone. Alright, I didn't recognize the Martha was a special summon. Alright, we'll end the turn. I mean, sooner or later he's got to trigger effect. Yeah, we'll activate now. Let's send the Martha. You know, sooner or later I'll draw into my Psychic Field Zone or might pay 800 life points and that dude's back to my hand. This also needed to be banished from graveyard, which would have been nice. Well, it doesn't matter anyways, sir. Both my drivers are gone. The multi-thread doesn't act as... Oh, this can get 2 swings? Didn't know that. Well, yeah, there's nothing we can do now. Well, this game is his. I don't have an out. Alright. Well, he does like playing his trap cards. So let's put in those, you know, decrees selling no on the trap cards. He is a trap heavy deck. So let's take out an alpha and put in my last guy. Yeah, because I still want the triple card D. Yeah, that's good to me. Alright. I don't know what he's siding against me. I mean, what do you take into side decks with psychic type monsters? You know? To a deck that probably no one has seen since it first came out in Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, this is pretty nice. Not a bad hand. Already got the field zone. Make a normal summon card D. Trigger card D to draw 2 cardboard. I'm probably gonna see an Ash here, if I had to take a guess. Yep, we would have thought. It would have been nice to have Gamma the Ash, and I could have been drawn 2. And then Circuit immediately feud summon. Cyber Dark Claw to get Cyber Dark Realm. What is this deck? Oh, that ain't resolving. What do you have that responds to me in my hand? We'll take the one in the deck. Activate the field zone. I could destroy everything. I could use the Berserker to negate an effect, monster effect, and banish it. I could go Omega. Could go the Thought Ruler. I'm trying to think what I actually want to do. Well, as long as the Draco is on the board. You know, let's go the Draco. Yeah, it does mean I can't summon anything, mind you, but a negate is still a negate. The ability to banish a guy is still a very good card effect. I mentioned now we have a 3K beat stick as well. A 3K beat stick that can attack multiple times. They can attack twice if it kills something and gain a whole lot of attack. Martha. It's probably gonna trigger Martha here. No. Oh, he doesn't have another Exo Sister. Alright. I mean, I'll take him not having another Exo Sister. That's hilarious. We will go to battle phase. And I'll set this Royal Decree next turn. Sure. My guess he's gonna... Alright, we got a lot of things coming out. We got a Martha going to hand off the packs. And now the Frenzy gets to trigger. Katagina. Katagina banish. I'll banish the Katagina. He goes Rex. Martha. Because something was... Alright, something was moved from the graveyard. A monster was moved from the graveyard. Martha's effect to basically, in essence, reduce me to his life points. Man, if I had the roll of the Kree last turn, there'd been nothing he could have done. Yep. Set a card and pass the turn. Man, if I had that roll of the Kree last... If this Psychopath was roll of the Kree, I would have won, because he would never been able to get into his Dynamorphia monsters. I could care less about a Pax. Yep. I mean, he should be able to win from this position, so I'm just gonna scoop it up. Well, I hope you enjoyed something happening. While I don't think this deck is amazing, this deck is still gimmicky, because your opponent has to play around the gimmick of what this deck can do. Like I said, I don't think this deck is amazing. It's well past its prime, well past its good date and all of that, but still a fun little gimmicky deck that back in the day your opponent found a way to stop it was not play anything. They wouldn't do a move, they wouldn't make anything, and that's how they would win. Was the aspect that they just deck you out, because the aspect is if they did nothing and they had more cards than you in deck, they just pass the turn and there'd be nothing you could do about it. So let me know down in the comments below if you've ever played Psy-Frames. Did you ever play against Psy-Frames? How'd you feel about Psy-Frames and all of that? And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and make sure to ring the bell so you get notified when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Mama Dragon's TCG.